everybody, welcome back to Witty Wellness. I'm Phoebe.
And I'm Heidi.
And we are talking all things mental health.
Yes, we are.
We certainly are. Today, we are going to have a little chat about mental health in the workplace /uni.
University.
I keep forgetting what the topic's about. I've asked Heidi about 15 times.
She's literally written all the questions and now you're forgetting.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. It's because we've done a few this weekend, so I'm getting a bit mixed up on what they all are.
Our brains are full.
Heidi's brain's definitely full, but she's still ploughing through somehow.
Oh my God.
I'd have had a breakdown.
Had a whole palaver. I did nearly have a breakdown this morning.
Yeah.
My laptop broke.
On the last episode, Heidi said she hates needy friends. I kid you not, I woke up to about 15 messages this morning.
Well, because she fell asleep at 10 o'clock, which is totally fine. Like, love that for you.
Love that for me.
And then I've lost my laptop charger. I think it might be at uni. And then I tried to use a different one. And then that broke. And then my laptop ran out of charge. And I've got to edit this episode for today. Not this one, the one we did yesterday. And I still not edited it.
It was just a bit of a palaver, and I was just
I'm gonna take a while to edit, so I'm gonna do it when I get back. It just won't be.
Do you know what? If anyone's got any tips, because it's not even the editing bit, it's not even like the cutting out of the bits that we don't want in it. It's the clipping on our faces.
The zooming in.
Is there any need for it to take that long?
I know.
It's so rude and annoying.
Yeah. But we'll get it done, and I'm charging my laptop now, and then fingers crossed, I'm praying to God my charger is at uni, because if it's not, then I will.
Well, maybe you should just take that one in case.
But you need that, right?
You can take it. I'll figure that out, because if you get to uni tonight and you don't have one, I can't be dealing with it. And if I'm asleep again, I'm not being hounded.
No, I felt so bad, but I just want you to reply.
Harry was like, who is messaging you?
I was like, why aren't you awake?
Also, all her messages were contradicting each other. So she was like, I'm not filming today. And then it was like, ignore me. And then it was like, oh, what is going on? And I was like, none of your messages are making sense here. Like, are we filming? Are we not? Like, are you okay? You're not?
Slow down. I was like, I am.
Yeah, I was like, Heidi, just slow down a sec. And she was like, I am. I was like, clearly you're not. Anyway, clearly you're not.
We've
taken a little step back.
I'm going forward now.
Yeah, we've had a word with ourselves.
And it's fine.
I made Heidi look me in the eyes and listen to me.
She was like, don't edit it tonight. I was like, well, I'm going to get there. I'm not going to do anything else.
So basically she back-chatted like I was a mum. And that was the end of that. So she's editing it tonight. So hopefully it will be up. It better be now after all that. I'm joking. That's the thing. We can't put too much pressure on ourselves.
Yeah, I know.
About it. But all is well.
All is well.
And it's not the end of the world. People are dying out here.
They are.
They literally are. So, and we're not. So we're just worrying about getting a podcast up on time.
Yeah.
So that's the end of that. Anyway.
On the topic of conversation, mental health in the work and uni.
In the workplace.
In the workplace. Sorry about that. What's your experience?
My experience.
Mental health in work.
I find work really hard because of. I find it hard because I'm self-employed more than anything. I think, do you know, because I'm self-employed, I can choose what I do.
You've not got as much of a structure.
I've not got structure, so every day's so different, which is completely fine. And also, I can just take a day off. If I'm not feeling good that day, I've not got a boss saying to me, you need to do that, you need to come in. I'm just like, if a day feels too hard, I feel like it's really easy for me to be like, I'm not doing it today.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like if I had to go in, I'd just kind of get on with it, because more often than not, once I've started work, I'm fine.
Yeah.
But I find it really hard because my job's so sociable. I'm literally one-to-one with clients all day, every day, one after another. It's small talk. I mean, that's really rude. It's not small talk, but it's a lot of small talk, and it's also the same kind of conversations, and also listening to their problems, which I absolutely love doing. Like, I love hearing about their problems and how I can help and talking them through it, because I know they feel better after. But that's also takes a toll on my mental health.
Especially taking that on, aren't you?
Especially when I'm not feeling too good. But I have recently started like a structure plan. I've changed my hours, so taking control a bit of my work-life balance.
Yeah.
Because I'm also not money driven.
Yeah.
And I wish I was. Like, you could say to me, oh, you can do an extra client tonight and you'll get 50 quid. I'd rather not have the 50 quid.
Really, yeah.
Yeah, whereas most people would jump at that opportunity to just make an extra 50 quid in an hour.
Yeah.
There's nothing about me that wants to do that.
Do you find when you you wake up and you're having a bad day and then you don't do work, you feel worse for
Yeah,
it?
so basically what happens is, it actually happened not long ago. I had a day off I was so full that week. I was jam-packed. I had 5 clients in a day, which doesn't seem like a lot, but when you have a day off, I've got to fit them 5 clients back in. And when I've got really long days, I've realised that I don't do well with them. So I have to just do like 4 clients a day, 5 clients a day, and I'm okay. If any more than that, I'm so overwhelmed, and I'm like I'm at 9 o'clock in the morning, just thinking I'm not going to survive.
But 5's a lot because they all take an hour and a half.
Yeah, it is.
That's a lot of hours.
Yeah, I know. And then it's a mental toll, because then the next day I don't feel any better because I've had to rearrange people. So then I probably take a week off work because I have made myself feel even more anxious and even more sad. And then by the next week I've got 20 people to fit in to a week that's already fully booked, and it doesn't feel possible. And we were talking about it the other day. I get really overwhelmed really quickly.
Yeah.
And I will then, instead of just taking one thing at a time, I will just not do anything. And then become really anxious about it. It's a vicious circle.
Yeah.
But I end up, like, my mum helps me, bless her. She's my momager.
She's your manager.
Yeah, she's my momager.
Your momager. But you've now taken control and like given yourself more of a structure.
When you first started uni, did your mental health take a toll?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really bad. Well, the first bit of uni, like, I was going out a bit, so it was a bit better, but I went out because I didn't like it.
Yeah.
To forget about it. And then when I stopped going out, I was just probably the loneliest I've ever been in my life.
Yeah.
Because you're in that room on your own basically all day. I'd go to uni. I wouldn't even go to uni because, again, it's not much structure. You don't have to go. Like,
there's no one forcing you to go.
My lecturer's not going to be like, where are you? They don't even know who I am.
Yeah.
So I'm not turning up, really, for that. And then that's it. Just wouldn't do anything.
Yeah.
And then, I just felt lonely. And then I'd feel anxious because there was so much work to do, which I'd get done, but it was overwhelming. There's just so much to do.
Yeah.
And then the academic stress, I can't do that. I hate it.
I can't do it.
I can't do it. Like, I've got to pass this. I don't even want to pass.
Yeah.
I've said this year I'd rather fail second year, not have to go back third year.
Yeah.
Because it's just too much stress.
But you know, in the long run, how proud you will be of yourself.
Yeah, it's going to be worth it.
It's good for you to be at uni, because if you weren't, like, think about all the free time you have to do things you want, like the gym, filming content for the gym, like things that you actually want to do when you finish uni. That's all helping you right now. Yeah. But sometimes it just feels too much.
Like, this week it was all too much, and I was emailing people how to drop out. But then I remembered, like, uni can just be on the side for me. Like, I'm not so bothered about it. Take the stress away for yourself for it. Just do the assignments, that's it, and then focus on what you enjoy.
Do you have a fear of, like, failing?
Yeah, I would be upset if I failed, but, like...
Yeah,
I think I would be, actually.
You would. I think you try and say you wouldn't, and
but
you'd be happy.
I don't care if I don't get a first. I'm happy with 2-1. Mm-hmm. That's fine by me, because it's not my passion doing university. Some people thrive. Yeah. And love it, and it's just not for me, and that's fine.
And that's what's so important to know is, like, we say it every single time we film the podcast, but everybody's so different. Yeah. No one's going to have the same experience at uni, and that's actually a nice thing, because it makes us all a bit different.
Yeah. It is really hard to navigate, like, when you're there with the lack of structure, all the work to do, the lack of help you get from them.
You're on your own, aren't you?
I've got all this information, I don't know what to do with it. But you just have to go on ChatGPT and it'll tell you. That's what I do. I just got results back from my stats assessment. Stats, you can't really use ChatGPT, but I made a way. Took a photo of the results and put it on PDF. Saved it to my laptop, put it on ChatGPT, gave me the answers. 14 out of 20, bish, bash, bosh.
Bish, bash, bosh. That's great.
Nobody sees that.
Yeah. I think as well, when you go to uni, you've gone from living at home, probably, not all people, you've gone from living at home, having your parents or whoever you live with do everything for you, them kind of telling you what to do. You kind of have no independence when you live at home, because under their roof it's their rules. My house, my rules, isn't it?
You get your washing done.
You get your food cooked. Like, my mum's meal prepping for me. I'm like, this is the best life ever. That's why I didn't go to uni, because I can't
Phoebe
cook.
gets the bed made, she gets clothes washed.
She makes my
she
bed
gets the hair brushed.
Yeah, she straightens my hair for me in the morning. Yeah, she wasn't here to do it for me today, so I had to shove it up in the low ponytail.
Yeah, that's right, it looks like that, don't it?
You bitch. But yeah, and then you get to uni, and it's not just a gradual, like, do you know when someone lives at home and then they gradually move out?
It's sudden.
You're not even around your family. You've not even got anyone to do anything for you. So I do think that it can become really overwhelming, and that can like make you anxious. But it's normal. You have to just learn to cope.
And with random people you've never met before in halls. If you
it's so
halls,
weird. Like you're just living with random.
What? Like I've never met you before. I remember going on Facebook group chats, being like, "Hey, anyone in 118E, James Bailey?" And I found the girls before I went in.
Yeah.
So we knew who we were. But then a couple of them I didn't know and turned up. I was like, "Hi,
hey, we're gonna live together. Do you want to make fajitas tonight?
Yeah,
Mexican night,
pizza night, film night in the kitchen. Me in the kitchen section.
Yeah, like so. Where are you from?
So odd,
so weird,
and overwhelming, and like, terrible. Like I would never in a million years go back to first year university. And I know some people loved it.
Yeah,
happy for them, but no.
No,
really,
not for you.
Really,
but like
really
we say, that it's so different for everyone.
Yeah.
And your mental health, fortunately comes first.
Yeah.
Like I always say that. My mum always says it to me when I have a day off work. She's like, it doesn't matter. It's a set of nails. People will get over it. And your clients that don't understand aren't the right clients for you. And I've realised that. Like if I'm having a day off because I'm mentally ill, that's probably worse than me having a day off because I'm being sick. Like, it means I respect myself, and because some days, if I did go to work when if I feel that bad, I would cry in front of do you know when someone goes, "Are you okay?" and your bottom lip goes? That's what I would do.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm so emotional, and it has happened a few times, and then I get anxious of that happening. And I know my body. I've had anxiety all my life. I know when I can't do it. I know when I can push myself, and I know when I can't. But that's because I've learnt my own boundaries. It's not always as easy as that. But sometimes you have to take a day off. Sometimes you just need a little break.
Yeah.
Like, it's really easy to get ahead of yourself and then just crash.
Yeah.
I think it's really easy to feel burnt out at uni and at work.
Yeah.
You take on so much, and eventually the stress, and it doesn't even have to be a stressful job. My job isn't stressful, but the late nights.
There's a lot to do.
It's so dark at night now.
Yeah.
The nights are long, and I've got people coming into my home.
Yeah.
I find I get burnt out really quickly, which people would find funny because it's like 4 clients a day. How can you be burnt out? But I do, and that's just me. I can't help it.
Function.
Yeah, I can't help the way that I function, and I think that's really important that you understand you, and it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. If it makes you feel a certain way, it makes you feel a certain way.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do. Do you feel burnt out ever at uni? But I mean, Heidi's just like blah, 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 go. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, I do at times, but then I think, well, I've not really got an option to not submit this assignment, so I have to get it done.
Yeah.
Like, I've not got an option, otherwise I will fail. So I have to do it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I mean, you can apply for extensions, you can apply for mitigating circumstances. One example, you have to do presentations at uni, a lot of them, especially my course. I cannot do it. I get extremely, extremely anxious. I had a couple last year. They weren't marked last year because first year doesn't count. But one of them, I called mum and I was like, right, mum, I'm going to go. I'm ready. I'm going to try and do it. Got out the door. Panic attack. Couldn't go. Ended up driving home. Next minute I was at home. I couldn't do it. And then I just didn't turn up to any of the other ones last year. But now they're graded, which was one of the reasons really why I wanted to leave, because I just can't imagine myself doing that or standing in front of people and talking. And to some people it's such a little thing. Like I say to my course mates, like, I just can't do it. They're like, oh, it'll be fine. I'm sitting there and I'm like, I literally will have a panic attack in front of everyone, and I cannot do that. I refuse.
And it's weird because people are confident in some areas and not in others. So like you would stand... I think as well, it's like when you're confident about what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So like if we went and did a live podcast at a school to help children, like talk about it to kids, you'd be fine because you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But with uni, you're so sceptical, you don't want to get it wrong. It's in front of people that you like.
And I just thought, like, it's not worth this stress for me. It's not worth it at all. So I applied for mitigating circumstances, and they've sorted something out for me.
Yeah.
So you just have to reach out.
Yeah.
Like, uni does have people that can help you if you're struggling, which when we're at uni, we don't think uni help you at all. Like, I always think they're not going to care, they're not going to do anything. But if you do reach out to the right people, like the wellbeing team, there'll be a wellbeing team at your uni.
Yeah.
They can help, and I don't have to I don't think I don't have to do any presentations, but I still
Yeah.
have to go in and answer a question.
And also, I know it's hard to reach out,
So yeah,
but you should be proud that you have reached out,
Yeah,
because
so nerve-wracking.
it's a big thing to
Yeah.
actually accept that, oh, actually I can't do that, when it's something
Yeah.
that you feel like you should be able to do.
yeah,
But you're not always capable of doing everything. Like
Yeah.
you can't be perfect at everything.
yeah,
Um,
exactly.
but it's just one of those things that you should be really proud of, that you've reached out to the right people and it's paid off.
Yeah,
So if you feel like you're in a situation where you can't, if say you have a presentation, say you have an exam that you're really struggling with, go and talk to someone. Even if you can't not do it, talking to someone would still make you feel better.
yeah. You never know what they're gonna say. Like they could literally give you the answer.
Yeah. Here you go. ChatGPT it.
Here you go. But no,
Yeah.
definitely always. I mean, we always say it talk, but yeah, reaching out to the people that you know could possibly help you is scary. I was so nervous before this meeting I had. I'm messaging you.
Yeah.
I was so nervous.
That's when I told her to cry.
Yeah, she told me to cry on the call. I didn't cry, but the lady was lovely. They've all sorted something out, and now it's fine.
Yeah, and now you do feel better.
Yeah, I felt so much better after it.
Good.
I mean, I still want to half leave, but
Yeah, but you're staying and you're fine.
yeah.
Yeah. You feel like there's an expectation for you to not feel anxious and to not feel stressed and not feel sad about uni. Do you feel like there's pressure for you to not feel like that?
Yeah, a lot of the time I feel people expect you to go there and enjoy, have the best time of your life.
Yeah.
Because it's like, wow, uni, meet so many people, go out, have so much fun. So there is that pressure of, well, why are you sad? You're at uni, you're living with your friends. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But it's not really like that.
No.
But also there is a lot of people, and now recently I've noticed, that do struggle with it. Like
Yeah.
it's so normal to struggle with it. It's
Yeah.
such a weird, odd thing, really.
I think at
Being
first
there.
as well, you thought you was the only one. Like
Yeah.
you felt like you didn't fit in.
Yeah.
But actually there's a lot of people in the same situation
Yeah.
that aren't the typical uni student, aren't loving it, are missing home,
Yeah.
are feeling a bit sad, are feeling a bit anxious, finding burnout, feeling stressed. Like
Yeah.
it is a really normal thing. It's not always this picture perfect life that you see on social media.
No.
Like when someone's sat in a coffee shop working and then by the evening they're going out with their friends, they might have had a really crap day, but you just would never know it.
You'd never know. At uni, there's definitely a lot of like external pressure from friends and new friends to just go along with the crowd
Yeah.
and do what they're doing. I felt that a lot, like that people were judging me, that like I'm not doing what they're doing,
Yeah.
and people just don't understand.
No.
Like example, there was a party last night which I was invited to, and I said, "Oh look, sorry, like I'm not gonna come," and they were nice, but I could just tell like they just said, "Oh, I'm gonna miss you."
Yeah.
Oh, hides like, "Oh, I'm gonna miss you," which is really nice, but I just said, "Oh, well, we can go for a coffee instead."
Yeah.
Like they know it's not my thing,
Yeah.
so don't expect me to turn up, babe. Sorry. But yeah, there's a lot
It's
of.
nice that they still ask you to, though.
Of course, and I feel a bit bad for not going, but
It's not,
that's
if it's not your
where
thing, it's not your
I'm
thing.
putting myself first and be like, I know I'm going to turn up to that party, I'm not going to enjoy it, I'm going to want to leave, I'm going to want to go to bed.
Yeah.
So, sorry.
Yeah.
But I'll go for coffee
Definitely.
instead. You just got to
Definitely.
make your way around it and see what you enjoy, who your people are. But it just take time, you know.
Yeah.
I'm second year and I'm still figuring that out at uni.
Yeah.
And I'll be gone soon, and I'll be back here. Got to figure this all out again.
Yeah. And
It's
then
a
you'll
whole-
probably feel the same when you're
Yeah.
back here. You'll be like, well, what's my purpose? What am I
It's your
meant to be
20s,
doing?
isn't it?
Yeah, you'll get back here and you'll be like, I feel like you need to figure it out all again anyway.
Yeah. Hopefully, I'll be able to fucking buy a flat somewhere.
Fucking buy flats.
And live in not somewhere. I want to live on
Knots.
the embankment. I want to live on the embankment, one of the nice ones. Yeah.
Oh my god, I've just been sick in my mouth. What the hell was that? If you carry on talking like that, I don't think we can be friends. No, for real.
That's how they talk at uni.
Nah, your legs do. I couldn't deal with it. I couldn't deal with it.
That's
I couldn't deal with
who
it.
that-
I find that
What do you find? What do you find, Phoebes? Sorry. What
I find as well at work. I think it's very different. Sometimes being self-employed is a positive and a negative at the same time, because I can just let myself have a week off when I'm not feeling great if I really wanted to. But on the other hand, it's not, because sometimes you need to be pushed.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to push myself if I'm feeling that low. Sometimes you need someone to just be like, you'll be fine, I'll be there for you.
Yeah.
I've got no one there to be there for me other than my clients. That's not their job. They're coming to be pampered.
Yeah.
Like, that is not, I'm meant to be doing that for them, basically. Yeah. But I just find the whole, do you know when you just feel rubbish and you've got to talk to someone? It's really, really hard, and I find it really draining sometimes.
Yeah.
But I also find that, like, what I've done to try and help myself, I've structured my days more. So if I've got working a late night, I only work one late night every other week, because that's what works for me. So you just have to find what works for you. And then I have the next day off.
Yeah.
So whilst I'm working that late night, I'm thinking to myself, tomorrow I've got it off. I can do whatever I want. I can chill. I can stay in bed all day. I can let myself do what I want.
Decompress.
Yeah. But it's taken me 3 years to figure that out. Like, I worked at a salon before, and my mental health was at an all-time low there. I think a lot of people now in the like the corporate side of work, any side of work where you're employed, there's a lot of help out there.
Yeah.
But you have to tell them. They're not going to do anything if you don't. Like, people aren't going to help if you don't reach out. Like, I know Experian, like I've got a few people that I know that work there. They've got like a really good like mental health.
Oh, that's good.
I think even when I worked at Morrison's, they had like a mental health team like that you could contact that they worked with. So most companies have things for their employees, and it's not a bad thing to reach out. If anything, they're going to be happy if you reach out, because then you're going to be the best version of yourself at work rather than hiding it.
People aren't out to get you. Like,
No, you think that though, don't you?
It's really nerve-wracking, because you think, oh, they're gonna tell me off. They're gonna hate me. Like, oh my god, I can't say this. Like, but they're not out to get you. They're just a nice person like you are.
And
like,
also, I was thinking about this the other day, because I was talking to one of my cousins who's a teacher, and I was saying that when I was at school, the teachers that helped me, they were flipping amazing. I don't know what's going on here. Anyway, they were amazing with me, but that's because my mum and dad and I was for the school, not against them.
Yeah.
I think it's so important to work with people.
Yeah.
Like, them people go home and have families. They are normal people. They're not just like uni lecturers, your manager, your boss, your teachers. They're not out to get you. They actually want to help you. That's their job. And when they go home at night, they probably think about you. They're not just, they will probably have a job to do. So for example, at school, they need you in. They've got pressure for your attendance. At work, they've got pressure for your attendance. They need that job doing. But they're not out to get you. If anything, they want to help you.
Yeah.
I just think it's important to speak about it, because at the end of the day, if you don't, you'll then reach burnout. And that's when the problems lie. But if you just go and speak before, they might be able to help you. You have to do something for you.
You have to reach out.
And if one day you are employed and you need a day off, take it as a mental health day. Tell work that you're really struggling with your mental health. Don't lie. Don't say, oh, I've got a migraine, or I've got a tummy ache, I've been sick, I've got a tummy bug. Say, I'm really struggling with mental health today. I'm going to take it off. I need to just... Yeah. I'm in bits.
And if they don't understand, then
they will understand, though. You can't, as an employee, not understand that.
Yeah.
As an employer, no.
Yeah, employer,
yeah. But yeah.
Do you feel like pressure at work that you shouldn't experience mental health issues?
Yeah, definitely. I've done this job for 3.5 years, and I've had clients that are like, I've messaged to say, I'm really sorry, because I'm always honest with everyone. And I remember this one time I was actually in the hospital, because I had a weird episode basically with anxiety, and I was actually at the hospital, in a hospital bed, and I messaged all my clients to tell them what happened. I was very open and honest, which I didn't have to be, and a few people, like most people were really nice, but one lady replied to me like, okay, I need to know when you're out ASAP, need nails doing. Mum, because Mum had my phone because she was doing it, Mummager again, and she was just, I went on it. She was obviously hiding it from me because she didn't want me to see. And I went on it and I was just like, that made me then even more, I was in a bad place anyway. I was even more tearful. I was just like, who would say, like, you're so unsympathetic, so no empathy.
That's
there.
awful. I hope they got blocked.
She didn't come back. I just never replied to her.
Good.
But I still do have some people that are like, oh, that's the second time she's cancelled me. Well, yeah, I'm very open and honest that mentally I find work really hard sometimes, and if you can't accept that, then that's fine. I'm not expecting you to stay, and I really want to make everyone proud, and I want to have this amazing business, but sometimes it's too hard.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes people don't understand it. Like, even sometimes my dad will be like, come on, you just got to get on with it. No, I do try and get on with it every day.
Yeah.
Every day I'm getting on with it.
Mm-hmm.
Today's too hard.
Yeah, that's
and
fine.
Some people just can't wrap their heads around it, because to some people you have to work, which you do have to work, but Sundays are too hard, and I can't help that. Like, it's not the end of the world. It's a set of nails, and I'm saying that now because I'm in this like nice place where it's fine, but if I was to have a day off because of it, it would be the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
And I would find it really difficult to accept that that's what's happening. And I would feel really guilty.
Yeah.
Which then makes my anxiety worse.
Mm-hmm. It's all like
It's a vicious circle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel pressure that you shouldn't feel the way you do at uni? Or not?
I used to feel a lot more pressure that I should feel I want to do more things that uni students do. But now I'm over that.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, well, I know what makes me happy now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to carry on doing that. I'm not going to do what makes other people happy, because that doesn't make me happy.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. I don't know. Do I feel pressure to feel okay, basically?
Yeah, to feel okay at uni, to live that perfect life that you thought you would live.
I think I've gotten over it a lot since the past couple of weeks. Yeah. I think I've gotten over feeling the pressure, because now I've accepted that. I've fully accepted that I don't like it.
Yeah.
And then I just have to get on with it. And yeah, there is pressure, because like from your family, they're like, oh, you should enjoy it. You time of your life.
Yeah.
Time of your life. 20.
It's the best time of you. It's the best time in your 20s at uni.
I don't think it is the best time of my life.
No.
But again, it's fine. Like, it's not that loads of people feel the same, and I think it's just one of them things.
I always feel like it's loads of pressure for me to have my life together. Like, there's so many many people on like Instagram and TikTok that I follow, and even some of my nail friends, and they just work every day. They work so hard, they do everything, and I just think, oh, that could just never be me. Like, do you know when you want to be someone you're not?
Yeah.
And like I was saying to Pete, our coach, the other day, like fitness coach, I was like, I want to be this disciplined. I know the person I want to be, but I can't be it. But like he was saying, the days that you don't want to go to the gym are the days that you have to go.
Yeah.
Because then they're the days that when I don't want to work or don't feel like I can work, they're the days that I will be able to work. So I'm just trying to teach my brain that. It's like cognitive behavioural therapy. I'm trying to do it on myself. It's not really working so far.
But it doesn't happen overnight, like
No,
you said.
of course it doesn't, but I'll get there, and I find it a lot of pressure to like have them 5 clients in a day, earn all the money, save loads of money, like financial pressure. Like, I live at home at the minute, but I want to move out. Like, if I don't work, then I'm not going to be able to do that. It's all of these things in my head that are going round and round that then make me anxious, which then make me feel like I can't work. I also think, if you're really struggling at work, have something to look forward to at the weekend, whether that's seeing friends, whether that's going to see your boyfriend, whether that's going to a different city, or whether it's just having a self-care night.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what it is. Have things to look forward to in the evenings. Or,
definitely.
Although by the time in the evenings, I'm like, sod this, I can't bother to see anyone.
Even though I've not done anything all day except go to the gym.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Yeah, because I get like that as well. Like, I feel so anxious to go to work that I then won't go to the gym, and then I can't think about anything. And it's just normal, but you have to just put yourself first and speak to people.
A lot of the time, I don't go to uni at all. I try to go to the library.
Yeah.
Everyone's there with their heads down working or chatting to all their friends that they've got, and I'm sat there looking around like, I literally cannot concentrate to do my work because I don't want to do it, and I cannot do it, and it's making me too stressed. And then now I'm also thinking about that they're all chatting and laughing and I'm not, and then now I've not done anything, and now it's been 3 hours.
Yeah, we're our worst own enemies.
And now I've got to go home, and then now I'm going to sit and do nothing. But I want to do work, but I can't do work because I can't. My brain's not functioning.
Yeah.
And because I'm so stressed and I'm so anxious about doing it and the deadline that I've got.
Yeah.
And then you can't do it.
It's horrible.
The library is the worst place in the world for me.
Is it?
I hate it in there.
Why?
Because it's so busy, so many people, everyone's doing work, and there's so much pressure for me to sit there. It's internal pressure. Like, no one's looking at me and being like, why is she on her phone? But I just feel like people are looking at me like, why is she on TikTok? She should be doing her work.
Yeah.
And then it's just overstimulating. Unless I'm in a corner on my own in Harry Potter building, downstairs.
Harry Potter building, I hate Harry Potter.
Same. But it looks like it's from Harry Potter, the building.
Oh, right, okay.
So that's what we call it. But yeah, I can't do it. It's so much pressure to be in that place there. But some people love it. Like my housemate, he loves it. He's always at the library.
Yeah.
All day till like 6 p.m.
Yeah.
I'm like, how do you possibly do that?
Yeah. But people work so differently.
Yeah.
And that's the end of it. Like, people work differently.
Yeah.
There's nothing we can do about that. It's finding what works for you. It's not easy. Life isn't easy, but you have to find your happy medium. Like, what works for you isn't going to work for someone else always. Yeah. But you have to talk. If you don't talk, it's not going to go. It's not going to change. You have to speak about someone, whether it's like a teacher, your boss, your manager,
even your
anything.
Friends.
I think that's what I find difficult as well, is I don't have a manager.
Yeah.
So like, I don't have someone for them to say, right, this is the new strategy you're going to use. I have to figure that out myself.
Yeah.
And that's just on being self-employed. Like, I can't, I've chose that life and I love it.
Yeah.
But it's also really hard to stay disciplined. And I just wish I was money motivated. But I'm not. I can't change it.
No.
Maybe one day. But my mum was saying to me the other day as well, I was like, Mum, why don't I care about not having money? Like, why am I not bothered that I haven't earned any money this week? Like, why don't I care? And she's like, because you've got no financial pressure. She said, you live at home, you get everything paid for you. All you've got to spend your money on is clothes, which you need to cut down on, and podcast stuff, anything like that, anything I want to personally buy. I haven't got pressure of paying a mortgage. I haven't got pressure of paying bills. I haven't got pressure of paying for the food shop. Like, the only thing I flip and pay for myself is my petrol. Do you know what I mean? The problem, like, I don't have any financial pressures because it's not been handed to me on a plate. Yeah. I don't like to say that, but it has. Everything I kind of want.
That's how life is.
Everything I kind of want, and I don't want people to sit and think, oh, she's a spoiled brat. I'm not a brat. I'm just spoiled. You said when you move out, it'll be so different. Like, when you earn enough money or save enough money to buy a house, it'll be so different because you won't have a choice. Like, you will have to go to work. Whereas now, if I don't go to work, I'm like, oh, I'm just not going to get a new one or active top. Do you know what I mean?
When you got to spend 70 quid on food shop a week.
Yeah, it's a lot different. Harry, can you pay this week?
And your phone bill and your Spotify and your coins.
No, I have a strict routine every day. I write down everything because I got it off Heidi. So I've started planning my day out. What?
Yeah, sorry.
I have started doing that, and you should do it too. Don't listen to her. I started planning my days out.
Yeah, because you fucking stalk my Google Calendar.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but if someone... Right, does anyone else do this? When someone's in front of them and it's not theirs, it's someone else's, I can't help it. I'm just going to look through it.
She looked through my whole life.
Yeah, and I enjoyed it. Anyway, so yeah, I've started writing down all the things on my calendar.
Yeah.
And it helps me keep sane.
Yeah.
What do you do the same, don't you?
Everything written down in a calendar. Not always to the hour, no. But like... that's what I'm trying to do less of. I'm trying to put less things in, because when I put so much uni work in, I get overwhelmed. I don't do it all. Then I get to the end of the day, I'm like, fuck, I didn't do that.
Yeah.
And I've got to move it to the next day. So now I'm just putting in like maybe 2 bits of uni work a day, because that's a lot for me. And then in between each block, I'm writing the word break.
Break.
Give myself
the letters break.
Like, give myself a break, because when I'm sitting there in front of my laptop so long, can't do it. But also, got a tip for you.
Yeah. Tip for you. Where you are spending too much time in Leeds with this accent. Got a tip for you.
Really?
What the hell was that?
Does it sound like that?
Yeah, you do.
Oh.
I've got a tip for you.
I've got a tip
Pronounce
for you.
your letters properly.
I've got a tip for you.
Yeah, go on then.
This is if you're a studier, which I know you're not.
Okay, great. Not a tip for me then.
My housemate told me techno focus music on Spotify. Oh my God, the way I concentrate listening to that.
It's okay to not have it all together. Your mental health is the foundation of your entire life.
Yeah. If you don't have that on lock, then...
Yeah, and you have to take care of yourself, whether that's starting uni, starting your career, whilst in your career, during uni, you have to take care of yourself. Everything will be okay, but you have to speak, you have to talk up, and you have to accept.
To change the perspective of self-care to a necessity.
Yeah.
Not a luxury.
Yep.
Definitely,
I love that.
Yeah. I've actually started doing that a lot.
Yeah,
After every
it's
shower,
so important.
It's like a 20-minute.
Yeah.
Sit down, YouTube, moisturise, proper hair dry.
Yeah. Make yourself feel good. If you make yourself feel good,
you perform
on a
better in your life.
On a Sunday, if you're really struggling with that Sunday feeling, I know at school I used to hate Sundays. It was dreaded Sundays. I love Sundays now because you have to make the most out of it. You have one life, and it doesn't take away from your struggles, but you have to find what works for you. Whatever makes you feel good, do it on a Sunday, because that's setting you up for the week. And on a Monday, make sure you've meal prepped, make sure you've done everything that's going to actually help you along the day so you don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
So the things that you are stressing about, you could just focus on them, because everything else in your life's done.
Yeah.
You've done it for yourself, you've helped yourself.
Yeah.
But it is really normal to have mental health problems whilst at work and at uni. It needs to be normalised, and I think it definitely is getting better.
Yeah, definitely getting better.
It's definitely getting better, and companies have worked with a lot of charities and programs to help you, but you need to put yourself forward for that.
Yeah. It's scary to do, but I promise you feel better for it.
Definitely.
I feel way better
100%.
for talking to uni.
Yeah.
And now I've gained something from it, so...
Yeah, and I don't have anyone to talk to, but I tell my clients honestly,
yeah.
And that is the best way forward, because 99% of them now are like, absolutely no problem.
Yeah.
Or I feel more comfortable for them to come when I feel like that,
Yeah.
because I know them so well now. It's actually getting to know people on that level.
Yeah.
And if they aren't good for you, get rid.
Yeah.
If people aren't good for you, get rid of them. Like, easy.
We only want positive vibes.
Positive vibes in the building.
Positive vibes only, please.
Anyway, we'll leave that there.
We will leave that
and
there.
I hope you like our new little setup.
Yeah. We
love
switched it up twice.
Probably going to be our third time soon.
But we're here now, and we like it.
We love it.
And we didn't move.
And look, like, we're doing this on a Sunday. We didn't move that. But we're doing this on our Sunday because it makes us feel good. Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Heidi's still stressed, but...
I'm not stressed at all, in the slightest. I'm really excited for my drive back.
Good.
I just hope it's not busy. Is it?
Hopefully
Sunday?
not. Sunday it won't be.
And because I'm leaving from your house, it'll take me the good way.
Yeah.
No 50s, please, along the motorway.
I know.
I'll get home, sit down in front of my laptop.
Put your glasses on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I will actually.
Yeah. Won't give you a headache.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll leave that there.
Yeah.
See you later.
Bye, have a great day.